Hi, welcome to Rose Opal Knits, a crafty channel.
This is episode 118, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica, and we are a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law duo from Delaware. And today we have knitting and cross stitch for you. So hey, how you doing? Welcome. Like I said in the beginning, this is a crafty channel, and today we're going to have knitting and cross stitch, mostly knitting, 2 cross stitch projects to talk about briefly towards the end. And I want to give away on Instagram, so I'll show that at the end. I don't have any shopping though. Do you?
No, I will next week, but I think I talked about it last week. I bought a new skein of sock yarn for my brother's Christmas
Oh,
socks.
okay, all right. It'll be
And
here
it was
next
supposed
week.
to be here yesterday, and then it was supposed to be here today, and now it won't be here today. So I'm confused. I don't know. It's coming from Canada. It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be here. Tracking gets like funny when you go international.
Yep.
So it's okay. It'll be here. It hasn't been that long.
All right. And just if you are returning, thank you so much for choosing to spend some more of your free time with us. And if you are new, we hope you stick around, you like what you see, and you consider subscribing. There will be information down below. If you, depending on what device you're on, there's usually like more, and you can click that, and then it has all the information, but that's where you'll find us. On Instagram, Ravelry, at our website, roseopalknits.com, where we have free patterns on the blog, and our Ko-Fi, where your donations help us to send out prizes, purchase prizes, and giveaways, and we really appreciate your generosity. Our spread shop, where we sell our merch, and Discord. Our Discord group, where we just chat about crafty things, and we host all of our knit-alongs and make-alongs. We had a make-along that ended a couple weeks ago, and we got the yarn prize out in the mail yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. And the pattern was sent over too.
Okay, and the pattern prize was already gifted on Ravelry as well. But we still have, well, we have 3 make-along still going on in the Discord
One
group.
starts today.
It officially starts today, although we did start the thread early, like on, I don't know, August
today
1st.
It was supposed to start, okay? Yeah. It's August 15th,
yeah.
by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yep, August 15th at 1:53 p.m. And it's our cardigan make-along. You can knit or crochet a cardigan in any size. And just chat in that Discord text channel. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called.
I forget. But anyway, just share your pictures. Show us, you know, what you're starting, what your works in progress, and your finished objects. And it's going to go on for a few months.
Then we through November 15th.
Yep, to November 15th. And then we also have our year-long Use Your Stash make-along, and our year-long knit Andrea Mowry knit-along. So check out our Discord group. It's free to join, and just be part of the community there. So anything else?
I don't think so.
We are shifting this one day. We try to record once a week. It doesn't always happen because we're busy. Oh, well, we didn't even discuss that. So a little bit about us if you're new here. My name's Erica. I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have 4 children, 3 boys. Holden is 28, Thomas is 21, and Ralph is 16. And then we have a daughter, Mary Rose. She is 7.
I'm married to her oldest. We also have 4 kids. We have 3 boys. Mason is 5, Theo is 3, and Isaac is 1. And then our daughter Paisley is 4.
Mm-hmm. And we are a multi-generational household, and we are also a homeschooling household. So that's it. We're loud, and we try to keep it down, but you know. And in the summertime, it is warm, so we do have an overhead fan going on. If you hear that, sorry about that. Shouldn't be too loud. But what we were saying is that we usually try to record every week on Wednesday and then upload the video Thursday morning sometime. But we're going to shift that to recording on Thursdays and uploading Friday mornings. It's just I do the editing, and with my upcoming schedule this fall, it just works better if we shift it a little bit. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the crafty goodness. And I am wearing something that is handmade. Daphne gifted me these crocheted earrings when? Advent.
Last year.
Yeah, Advent 2023. So they're cute. I wore them with my outfit to church. And now I'm still wearing them. And you're not wearing anything?
No.
And she doesn't have a finished object. Or you do?
Nope.
Nope. I do. So in this project was living in this bag by Random Fandom Bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it is my sister-in-law's bulky weight cowl. The last time I showed it, I was here and I completed it. So I'll put it on real quick. Take my glasses off. But it's blocked. All the ends are woven in. I haven't trimmed them fully yet though. So this is what the cowl looks like. And it does have some decreases in the knitting process. If you might have noticed when I had it on before that it kind of went in a little bit. Daphne said it looked like a skirt.
It, like if you put it on like a little girl, it looks like a skirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is how it fits. So it's not too tight around here, but but it doesn't fall down too much. And I just I didn't follow a specific pattern. I kind of followed my patterns. I have 2 free cowl patterns on the Rose Opal Knits blog, but one is in DK weight and one is in worsted weight, I think. And this is bulky. But this one has a texture pattern on the front that's just knits and purls. And you can't really see it because of the variegation in the yarn, but it's fun to knit. So it starts out with 2x2 ribbing, goes into stockinette, and then with purl blips every so often. Like I said, there's a decrease that happens right around here. Then more stockinette and purl blip rows happen, and then another decrease right before you go into the ribbing, and then the ribbing is knit on a size smaller needle than the rest of the cowl, and that's how it gets its shape. That kind of, like that goes in a little bit. But I am gonna write this up and put it on the blog too as a free pattern. There's really not much to it, but just in case anyone wants to. The yarn that I used is a Dream in Color Bumblebee. Dream in Color Bumblebee. And this colorway is called Luxie 749. I had already knit my sister-in-law a hat and a pair of fingerless mitts out of this yarn using a different pattern. I've showed them, throughout this year as I knit them. I used a full skein plus a little bit more for this one. I didn't weigh it to see how many grams it actually is, but I will when I write up the information. But I had some bits left over from I think I had 3 full skeins. I still have some left over from the 3 full skeins. Here is what I have left of the 3 full skeins. So I got a hat, a cowl, and fingerless mitts plus some leftovers. But I used a US 11, which is a, do you know off the top of your head?
I want to say US 8. I think an 8mm.
US 11.
Eight millimeter.
8mm needle for most of the project, and then I used a US 10.
That's a 6. No.
No, I don't know. I can't tell.
6.
6mm needle.
I use those needles a lot.
At the very end for the ribbing, and then I bound off or cast off, and that was it. It was a fun, easy, quick knit. I just didn't, once I sat down and decided to knit it, it didn't take long at all. So that's my only finished object.
How many projects do you have?
I have 3 whips to discuss, plus 2 cross stitch.
All right, I have 5. So I have 2 half finishes though. So I guess I'll start there.
Okay.
And just talk about both of them at once.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna talk them at the same time?
No, I don't know where I was in that one.
Oh.
Anyways, so I knit a Selena sock. It's a ribbed socks, not a rib, like a broken rib pattern. So it looks really skinny right there, but it is a DK weight pattern.
It's a knit and purl pattern,
mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is a DK weight pattern. It's by Nicole
And Zinger,
who is Professor Pearl, and it is knit on a US 3.25mm needle. I knit the medium size, so I was up where this marker is. My mom made those last year for me for Christmas, and so that one actually is like for her because it has her birthstone on it and all that.
Yeah.
But these are for my mom for Christmas, and I followed the pattern other than I shortened the legs some, so like right here there's supposed to be quite a few more repeats of this pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So everything else
It looks
is 2
cute
patterns.
like this though.
I like that length actually
Mm-hmm.
a lot. But the yarn is this Barocco vintage that I had left over from, I don't know what I knit. I forget what I knit. I knit a vest, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter a sweater out of it too. But this is color number 21105. So that's it. And she wears a women's US 8.5 roughly. So I used my sock ruler and I really hope it fits. It's making me nervous. And this was in a Molly Klein Designs bag. And then my other sock that I finished, I don't know where I was on this one, but this one was in a Mountain State Stitches bag, and this one is for my sister. It is the Midnight Dancer socks by Sari Nordlund, and I knit the middle size too. And I do believe she has a different heel written in this pattern, so I always do a heel flap and gusset and a wedge toe for the most part. So, yeah. But it is on a US 1.5 2.5mm needle, and this is a women's size 6.5 sock. And this is the yarn. It is a Knit Picks Stroll fingering in the frost color, I believe. Yep, frost. Again, Christmas socks. These are for my sister.
You didn't cast on the second one yet?
Nope.
Oh, of either of them?
Nope.
Oh.
I had to finish them, and that was it.
Gotcha.
I didn't cast them on. I need to finish those ones and my dad's and my sister's boyfriend's by the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
we're good. We got time.
All right. I didn't actually work on any socks this past week. I don't know. I said I want to finish this sock by the end of the month, and this pair of socks by the end of the month, and this pair, and I didn't work on any socks. But so just I did work on my Garter Marlar by Stephen West. It's not finished yet. It's almost finished. So I didn't want to show it again because I feel like I show it every week, and I'm kind of bored of seeing it. So I'm not going to show it. You'll see it, definitely see it next week as a finished object.
She says that.
You will. You will.
Hopefully.
Because it really is almost finished. But I also...
It's that dark yarn that's stopping you.
Yes.
Because now all she's got is the dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she picks it up, she's like, I can't see this.
Yeah, I need to go to the eye doctor, get better glasses or something. I don't know, better lighting.
Better lighting.
But so I'm going to talk about my husband's blanket. I am knitting this for him out of Advent yarn, Advent 2023 yarn. And row one minis, and then scraps as I need to throw them in. The last time I showed it, I was where the rain cloud is, right here. So I finished this color here, and then added 1, 2, 3 more, and then I started a 4th color, which is a brown. You can't really see that real well. But this is a 302 stitches on a US 6, which is a 4mm needle. And all of these are roughly 10 grams. So each stripe is 10 grams. And they, you know, they don't...
It's really interesting how they're knitting up together.
They don't knit... They're different bases. So, you know, some of these stripes look wider than other stripes. But...
I think some of them look like you're like fading, but you're not. Like right here, do you see that? This one going into these ones.
Well,
and
that's
it's like
because...
it's fading, and then it's fading again.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're picking the colors like almost perfectly. I think it's crazy.
And I do just knit until I run out of yarn. Like I leave enough yarn for a tail, and that's it. And so if I run out of yarn on the front or I run out of yarn on the back, doesn't matter to me.
I mean, like the ends are...
I pull them through to the back, but if I, you know, but anyway, so I have woven in some of them, but not all of them yet. So I probably need to sit down and do that. But anyway,
you should see Holden's blanket.
Yeah, so it's all fingering weight yarn, and 12 of them are knitted with gumballs. That were the 12 days of Christmas that they came in my advent calendar, and then 12 of them are this KFI collection 10-gram minis that also came in my advent. And then, like we said, there are quite a few different row 1 10-gram minis in there. Just pulling what I got. So there's that.
I did work on my husband's blanket, but I picked it up last night, so I didn't bring it up. But I finished one square. You'll see it next week for sure. But I will talk about what I did not cast on this week. So this is another Mountain State Stitches bag, and this is my husband's sweater. So this is the Moby sweater by Petite Knit, and it's the men's version. So I was up there where that sunflower is. So I had to knit a couple, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches on the front part, and then I joined it in the body. And then I also picked up the collar. So I'm knitting the extra large size on and it's on a US 9, I believe. Yes, US 9, 5.5mm needle, and the yarn is this Pound of Love in the olive color, I believe. So, yep, Pound of Love in the olive. And I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say on this. I have memorized the pattern pretty much, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about it. I mean, it's getting there. It's going by pretty quick compared to his fingering weight sweater. And this is one of the last things. I only have a couple more things that I need off my needles by the end of the year that were cast on previous years. So there's this one. This is like the newest of the 3. There's this one, and then my holly sweater, my Birkin, and a Musselburgh. And that is it. So I'm feeling pretty good about finishing this stuff. I kind of really want this finished for him by Christmas time, actually, so he can wear it if we go anywhere during Christmas season. I think it would be really pretty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because then I could wear my holly sweater, and it's like, hey, we both got our hand sweaters on. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I have quite a ways to go. So, I mean, I guess I could have showed you that. This is where the arm is joined. So, almost 3 inches, not yet. So, got quite a bit to go. I should probably measure the So Basic and figure out how many inches I got to go on this one.
Yeah.
And then that won't be like so daunting, you know what I mean? Because I mean, like, he's almost 6'4", so very tall.
Yep.
Like, that's my sweater for him.
All right, and this tote bag with carrots on it is an old whip.
I need a bag like that size.
That I've pulled out to finish. So this is the front. This is my City Limits, and I had put this one went in timeout because I realized that when I picked up the sleeve, the body was done and everything, and then I had picked up the sleeve and I knit about to here, like about half an inch shorter than where I am now. I knit that on the wrong side's needle, 2 sizes small. So
You did it on the ribbing needle, didn't you?
yes, and so I picked this up a few days ago and I ripped out what I had knitted, and I just grabbed the right needle, and now I reknit all that yarn and added like half an inch more. And so I'd like to see this one finished too. I'd like to have both my garter marler and this finished by next week, but I don't know that. I didn't end up having as much time this past week to craft as I thought I would, so that's why I'm not quite where I thought I'd be. But that's how it goes.
In my
Anyway.
theory, you can knit a sleeve in a day.
But this pattern is a DK weight pattern, or 2 fingerings held together, and I am knitting this sweater out of all Knit Picks palette in shades of purples. Look, it's in my Ziploc bag. Purple, purpley, burgundies, those kind of colors, and just, you know, marling them together. And the City Limits is designed that you can wear it the knit side out or the purl side out, and see how it's got that detail there. I think I'm gonna just wear it knit side out though, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I like that side better. But all right, I don't know what size I'm knitting, because I didn't look at that when I picked it up. But I am knitting the body and the sleeves on a US 9, I think it is. Yeah.
5.5 millimeter.
Yep, US 9 5.5 millimeter needle, and the ribbing is done on a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle. So there's that. Do you want me to talk about another one, or?
I have 2 more.
Oh, okay.
I cast on 2 new things. But this one is in Noble Character Craft bag. And this is the Margaret Tea by Joanna something. I
It'll be
forget
on
her
the
last name.
screen, yeah.
But this is the Margaret Tea. Top Tea? One of the 2. Talked about it before, but this is the Jennifer's metal tweed that she used for her ranunculus. And now I'm starting this. I'm counting this as a cardigan, kind of, but so it's kind of hard to show.
It is a cardigan.
It's a raglan.
Yeah.
It's a raglan. I'm knitting the raglan increases still. But then when you go to the bottom, it has like a little ruffle that you do in mohair. So I have a black Hobby Diablo mohair that I'm going to do for that. And it's got I-cord edgings. And when you do the I-cord, you make I-cord ties to like tie it shut. So that's the basic gist of it. But I don't remember what size I'm knitting either. No, I do. I'm knitting the small size because it is a fingering weight sweater, and this is technically labeled as a DK, I believe. Yeah, it's a 50-gram ball to 225 meters, which would end up being roughly a DK sport weight, generally. So, yeah. Decided to do the small size, that way I could go up the needle sizes and it won't be too oversized, because that's not what I want at all. I want it to be more like the pattern intended. But this yarn is what I had and I wanted to use it, and I thought it would be really pretty. But the needle size is a US 8 5 millimeter, and so far I'm following it to pattern, so I don't really have a whole lot to say either, other than that I'm using different yarn than the pattern calls for. So I went down sizes, basically.
Yeah.
But then I cast on Oh, you have one more, don't you?
Yeah, I'll show this real quick. So here's another older project that I pulled out that I want to finish, get off the needles so I can get my needles back and my bag back. And this is a bag by White Rose Fiber Co. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't look for the tag.
Is here, so here's one. It's a dishcloth. It was already finished. And then there's just scraps in there to finish another one. And so I've only done like 2 rows so far on this. It was already started, but so then I've done 2, and I have some scrap white yarn, and then I've got some scrap light blue yarn, and then I think I've got like a whole cake of like white cotton somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
I have more colors if you need more colors.
But anyway,
I have a bag of cotton downstairs.
Oh, okay. So I just want to get it finished and off the needles, and I honestly don't even know how many stitches I casted on. I think maybe it's like something like 55. I could count them, but I'm not going to count them right now. Maybe I'll count them and pop it on the screen. And I am knitting just garter stitch on a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle. So.
Alright, I cast on one more, and this is in a paper crane bag, and the yarn is also paper crane. So let me show you the full skein. This is the yarn. It's so pretty.
It is pretty.
And I don't want to mispronounce her name.
Aura.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just super pretty. It's named after her daughter. But I started the Stromboli by Caitlin Hunter. It is her newer pattern. We saw it on, who did we see? Fruitful Hands, I think.
Did we? I don't remember.
I feel like Katie talked about it.
Maybe.
I feel like she did. That might be wrong. But at the end of one of the episodes they talked about it, I said, oh, I need that. And I pulled it up. And it only needed 900 yards for the smallest size. And the bust circumference for the smallest size was 44 inches. And that is very
plenty big
high
for you.
amount of positive ease. I don't need that much positive ease. So I knit the small size because I have 2 skeins of this. And they're 415 yards. So I am planning to make it cropped just so I could use them. I mean, most of my stuff ends up cropped anyways, but I'm very excited, and this is where I'm at. So I am 1 repeat done with that lacy bit. It is like wobbling, but it's so cute. And so far I've done it to pattern, actually, even the amount of ribbing it called for, and that took a little while. But the ribbing was done on a US 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle, and then the body of it is done on a US 5 3.75.
Yes. Sorry.
I just looked at it. I don't know what you mean. No. Yeah, see? 3.75 millimeters. But it's so pretty, and I'm so excited about it. But it's my husband's week, and I knit his sweater. This is like, I decided to cast this on for the moment yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
So I have to get back to his stuff. I need to knit his blanket before Christmas. But honestly, I'm actually enjoying it, and now I'm feeling the need to finish things now that I pulled out his things, and I'm like, they're like not, like, okay, mind you, his blanket is nowhere near done, but knitting 1 square of it, I'm like, look, if I just work on these things, I could get them done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, once you see, like, how much progress you can make on a project you already have cast on, you're like, oh, wait a minute. At least I am. I don't know if anyone else does that. But now I feel the need to finish things. So I might cast on this sock right here because it's for my husband for Christmas. And he picked the yarn and I should really cast it on. Here, I'll show it real quick. It's in an Oli bag, chair stitched by Oli. It's our little Christmas one. And he has told me he wants this pair of socks a couple times at this point, so I should probably do it. It is fingering weight yarn. I don't know where this mini is from. It's a red mini. Burgundy, whatever you want to call it. But this is the other yarn. This is Mesa Skeins, Santa's cookie jar. And it's just really pretty. So this is one that me and him will also both be getting a pair of socks out of. So I should probably cast this on. That's all I got.
All right. I just have my cross stitch to talk about, so I'll go ahead and pop in a picture of what this cross stitch project looked like the last time I showed it, which was 2 episodes ago. I didn't finish it, which I had wanted to, but it's not realistic for me to cross stitch every day. so I only managed to cross stitch about equivalent of like 10 days in the out of the 14. And I got over 700 stitches, so that's not bad. I did do like my wheel spinny to see how many stitches I should do daily, and it was 70. So
that's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
But you plan on like finishing that, don't you? No?
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about.
Oh.
So this is where I am now, and you'll have seen where it was the last time. So I completed the rest of the polar bear and this shadow area under the tree, and there are more stitches in the penguin up top here, but I have more to complete. That's what this color is here on the needle. And then I just have the words, I think it's Merry and Bright, to put in, and then all the back stitch. So it's kind of deceptive because it does need some back stitch as well. And I do want to finish it this year, but I am going to put it away for a little while because I'm kind of burned out on it. But it's a dimensions kit called Merry and Bright, and I'll pull out the picture, and I'm using all the kit materials. Oops, sorry. There it is. And but it's going to go away because while I've been stitching on this one, I've been thinking about a different cross stitch project. It is Prairie Schooler April, and it's this small one up here, or right there too. And I'll show you where it is because I'm going to start working on this one today or tomorrow. I didn't iron it. I just grabbed it out of my whip basket. This is what I have done so far. So I'm going to put some work into this one probably for 2 weeks and then show you my progress, 2-week progress. I am going to spin my wheel and see how many stitches I need to do daily. But it'll be like, I think 10 days out of 14 is probably realistic for me. So what I'll do is I'll just take the amount of stitches I get, multiply that by 10, and I know that I at least need to do that many stitches in the project to consider my goal complete. And this is a 32 count vintage country mocha even weave, I think. No, linen. It's a linen. And I am using quite a bit of color in cotton, some classic color works, and DMC. But all that'll be listed in the description box below, what I'm using. All right, so that's the end of what we are working on and what we're planning on working on. And I just have my giveaway to show because I want to show it off. And I like hardly ever join giveaways on Instagram because I'm always like, I'm not gonna win. But I saw this one and I was like, I'm gonna enter, and then I won, and I was like so excited. So I won a giveaway that Granite State Yarns was hosting, and this came as part of the prize. So this is a 40-ounce stainless steel tumbler that says Granite State Yarns. And then I won this sock set, this beautiful sock set. Isn't that so pretty?
What's it called?
It is called YOTM, which I think is Yarn of the Month, #1, July 2024, To Die For. And that's DYE, die, to die for. It's so pretty.
Looks like a mermaid.
Looks like prettiness.
It matches my shirt.
It does. It does.
That's funny.
Right. And then it came with this Notions box, Fox and Pine stitches. And it opens, look, I'm gonna like mess it up somehow, I know I am. Oh, here we go. Notions Nook. That's neat. I didn't want to use like any of the stuff because I wanted to show it off.
That'd be like a good one to take on vacation. You could put pretty much everything in there.
And then in this bag that the yarn was in, we have some stitch markers. Fits up to size 10.5, 6.5 millimeter from Fox and Pine Stitches, and they're like cats. They're open. And a sticker that says Granite State Yarns. Measuring tape. A cutout piece of wood of the Granite State. Or does it go like that? I don't remember. My geography is not that great. But it's New Hampshire, right?
I don't know. Isn't it like that?
I don't know.
No, I think it's actually that way. I think it's this way. This is my final answer.
Okay. And then a 10 with some light bulb stitch markers in it. So, if you
Is it
haven't,
cedar? Did you find out?
if you haven't checked out Granite State Yarns, you definitely should. Beautiful yarn. Plus, there's a YouTube channel, and I'm going to go ahead and link it below. And so that's it. I was so happy to have won. It made my week. And, you know, we like to give away stuff here with our knit-alongs and stuff like that. So, but we don't, you know, win any of that stuff. So it's nice to, like, actually enter something and win.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, I think that's it. It's a quick one today.
Mm-hmm. I cast on his sock.
No, look, there we go. Another work in progress. So is this is Holden's Christmas sock?
This is one of Holden's Christmas socks.
All right.
Yes, I think he has. I think there's 4 for him. But like I said, yes, I want them all done. But the only things I need done by Christmas are his blanket and my family's socks, which are 8 pairs of socks. So that's not too bad because 3 pairs are DK weight. 2 of those socks, 2 of those DK weight socks are already done, like the single sock. So it's getting there. Mm-hmm. And then one of my sister's socks is done already. And then the one that I'm not that I'm not looking forward to it, but the only one that I'm like hesitant to cast on, which I should probably just cast on, is my older brother's socks because he likes to wear like all black. Mm-hmm. Like this is how he dresses, so of course I like picked a black yarn, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that, and those ones I need them longer because he's like not necessarily dresses up, but he like his shoes are leather shoes, like leather, what are those called? Like dress shoes, basically.
Do they tie or are they loafers?
They tie.
Okay.
But like, I feel like his socks need to be long for some reason, so I can't make like shorty socks like I would anyone else. But his need to be longer. So, and they're black and they're fingery weight. So we'll get there. It's okay.
All right. So I think that's it, and we'll be back next week. Unless something happens to keep us from recording, but we'll be back next week, and there will definitely be knitting. There won't be, I won't show any cross stitch next week, but
maybe I'll crochet.
Maybe
I want to crochet.
I want
to, but I need to work on.
I know. I was feeling like crocheting, working on my crochet stripe blanket, and then I was like, I have to finish Chris's blanket. Like, I can't work on another blanket.
I did crochet. I did not bring it. Y'all can see it next week. I'm not getting it.
What did you crochet?
Another square for the cardigan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I had to, like, write a film chart for myself, too. I had to, like, figure it all out. It was a whole event on trying to do this. But I'm not grabbing it. It's okay. It's a square. You guys can see it next time. Maybe I'll work on it more.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for spending time with us. Have a great week. Bye. Bye.